Good morning, week 3 chemistry. So we're going to be going over the assignments that we have for this week. So in your Google Classroom, make sure that you go into the classwork button, press it, and scroll down to week 3. From then you can see your assignments. You have one question, assignment about covalent bonds, another question about ionic bonds, and then an assignment about how do ionic bonds work. And if you don't already, make sure that you have the periodic table during this entire week because it will really help you out. So your first question is, why are covalent bonds mostly between nonmetals and other nonmetals? Now again, you're going to want to review your periodic table. You got your nonmetals all over here. So what covalent bonds are two nonmetals together. Now you have to explain why. So some of the things you might want to include are, what are covalent bonds? What's the point of a covalent bond? Is it the sharing of electron? And what is the achieving equivalence electrons? What does that mean? And I don't know, maybe we could use some examples of covalent bonds. Whatever you decide, make sure that you use evidence, academic language, examples to support your answer on why covalent bonds are between nonmetals and other nonmetals. So your second assignment for the week is covalent bonds sharing electrons. You're going to have a video to watch. You have a covalent bonding drawing video to teach you how to draw bonds. And then you have another one. What you're going to do is you're going to pick 5 different examples of covalent bonds. Water's a really good one, other ones, and all you're going to do is draw it, take a picture, and submit it. It's more for you to get the visual of how it looks like. Now your next one is a question. So it's asking, what kind of structure do ionic bonds form and how do they act like magnets? Now when you're looking at that question, that's a 2-part question. One is the structure of ionic bonds. So if you have a bunch of ionic bonds forming together, how do they look? Like, what does the actual structure look like? The second part is, how do they act like magnets? I mean, I don't know. How do sodium... This video is brought to you by iodized salt. Cations and chloride anions form together. What kind of structure do they make? What is that, by the way? First place. And if you don't know how magnets act, there are hundreds of videos on YouTube to explain it. Now, last but not least is your last assignment of how do ionic bonds work. You have a... Whoops, sorry, you can't drag the screen. Anyway, so you have a Tyler DeWitt video. You have a second Tyler DeWitt video, and by the way, he is awesome. I love him. He's helped me actually have a fundamental understanding of chemistry as well. I have a little bit of information about ionic bonds and ions in general, and then you just need to fill out the worksheet. Now again, this I can see being a little bit more difficult if you don't know what ions are, but that is why you have to contact me if you guys have help. So I know I sound like a broken record, but again, please contact me if you have any questions. I am the one who's going to have the most chemistry knowledge at Del Amigo. I could point you to the right direction. I can meet with you. You can email me any which way. Thanks.